Talk about how my client completely 180'd her life. At the scene when she first came to work with me, she wanted to figure out what her purpose was. She wanted to make money from her purpose, and she wanted to wake up every day excited with a pep in her step. Tonight on the mastermind call, this client said not only is she booking out clients for her brand new business, for the first time in whenever she can remember, she is waking up so freaking excited for life. Work I did with this client and what I do with all of my clients is woman mastery. What is your ability to master yourself as a woman? And there are 3 phases. I'm going to share with you exactly what she did in each of these phases. These examples is going to be very, very particular to my client. Just keep that in mind. Phase number 1 in woman mastery is all about being able to reprogram your subconscious mind. I had to look and understand what she had picked up, not just from her childhood, but from her mum when it came to her own self-worth. Essentially had to look at it like she was a computer. She had to look at the programming she had picked up, take that out, and then she had to create a whole new programming and put that in. Really focused around self-love, self-worth, self-belief, and self-trust. Phase number 2 is all about identity shifting. For this client, we actually came up with a bit of an alter ego. It was by a shorter version of her name, so we decided she was going to use her full name as her alter ego's name. In order to get creative, create that alter ego, and every time that you're feeling down or things aren't working, ask yourself, what would do? Isn't it like being an actor in a movie? If you're given a role and the characteristics and traits of that role to play in the movie, you're going to play them. She had this shift in character of, instead of acting as she had always known, she acted like this alter ego. And with phase 1 and phase 2, the brain doesn't know what is real and what is fake, so eventually you assimilate and it just becomes your new norm. Phase number 3 is all about regulating to a brand new capacity. Change your beliefs, you can change your identity, but if you don't feel safe in your body, if your body is reacting in an unsafe way, it is not going to maintain any change you've made. Start to envision your nervous system like a balloon. How can we expand that instead of constrict that, but feeding the narrative to our body that even as you're expanding and it feels a little bit icky in your stomach or your heart space, it's safe, it's okay. Anything that's making you overthink or your ego goes, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this, even though consciously you're like, if I do it, I am going to be successful. Those are the things that you just keep leaning right into, even if you fail, because failure equals feedback. Anytime momentum stops, she just asks herself, can I just do this anyway and see what happens? There are only a few ways my client was able to completely change her life, and she wakes up so excited now. And she also went from anxious attachment to secure attachment in her relationship. I have a free podcast audio training on the exact framework. So if you want that, comment podcast.